It's Red Wizard. I wanted to make a video about some of my favorite physical media because, as you probably know if you've watched this channel at all, I am a physical media enthusiast. I think physical media is very, I don't want to say necessary. It's a hobby, it's entertainment, but that things are going right now with like the way digital media is regulated. You don't own anything. You practically rent licenses. The 3DS eShop is a perfect example of this. The 3DS eShop got shut down. You can't access stuff you paid for anymore. I spent $40 on Pokemon Ultra Sun in, 2017 or whenever it was, and then the shop went down, so I can't access that. Sure, it was years ago and it was $40, but at the same time, it's just absurd to me that I spent my money on something that I'd never owned. They took it away from me. Not to mention the way the internet is kind of geared toward like subscription services now, which on one hand it's a cool thing. It's really cool if you get your money's worth out of it. If you pay for like Netflix and you watch a bunch of Netflix, or you pay for Game Pass, like Xbox Game Pass, one of the best value subscription services I think, because truly there are tons of things you can play, but again, you don't own any of it. And you look back over the years and I mean you might realize you've paid so much money for things you don't own. There's nothing to show for it. But with physical media, you get to see that collection rise. You see all the stuff on your shelf. You get the cases. You get, in the case of DVDs, you often get a bunch of bonus features that aren't on streaming. Not to mention, it's yours. When it comes to DVDs and games and books and vinyls, and when the internet goes down or the store that you bought it from goes down, they don't take the stuff back from you. It's still yours. So I just wanted to go over some of my favorite stuff that I've got that's physical media. Because this is a gaming channel, we will of course begin with video games, so let's go ahead and take a look at Pac-Man World 2. I love this fucking game. This is an amazing game. Played it as a kid and it just takes me back to being a kid, Whenever you went to the store and you picked out a new game and, you just got in the car, you opened it up, you looked at the disc, you looked at the manual, you looked at the cover art, you looked at the back of the case and tried to imagine what it's like playing the game. Over 20 levels to explore, it just gives me so many memories. I've had this copy since I was 12. Great fucking game. Also, we got Sonic Heroes. This is probably where my love for Sonic started. It was I either got this first or I got Shadow the Hedgehog first. I don't actually remember. Of course, absolutely love Sonic. I mean, my profile picture is a plushie of Shadow sitting over there. I've genuinely had this for so long that I'm pretty sure that right there is actually an EB Games sticker. Not even GameStop, EB Games. Real ones remember. But yeah, Sonic Heroes, great game. Kind of dated. A lot of people don't like the way it plays, but I still like it. I can say everything I said about Pac-Man World 2 about this, but I had this for way longer. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bunch of scratches. I guess I was a crazy child. I remember I had a knife and I just wanted to cut stuff, so I cut up this case because I liked the way it felt when the plastic ripped, which as an adult I would never do that. That is absurd. And I don't know why I was cutting up Sonic and Knuckles, but yeah, absolutely goated game. Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 remake. I'm actually working on another video that's going to be, I don't know, I haven't worked out the title yet. I got to make something more succinct and straightforward, but I personally believe that if you are a gamer, you consider yourself a gamer, there's a list of games I think you should play in your lifetime if you get the chance. Or, if you don't have the means to play them, maybe watch them on YouTube because they're just such good games I think you should experience. And this is so easily on that list. This is an amazing game. I loved every second of it. I will definitely stream it or replay it on my YouTube channel because it's just so fucking good. Great story, great mechanics, great this game is literally this is the epitome of 10 out of 10 masterpiece. And to continue this, I've also got the PS3 Ico Shadow of the Colossus collection because Ico actually came out before Shadow of the Colossus, but it takes place after in the story. So this is the PS4 remake Shadow of the Colossus. This is the original PS2 version ported to PS3, and it's got Ico, so I can play. I actually haven't finished Ico, but I've started it, and they're such good games. I've also got to play what's it called? The Last Guardian, I think, is the other game in this series. It's so good. Let's move on to the shortest section, books. So I've got The Penguin Book of Demons. This is from the Penguin Classics. This one's written by Scott G. Bruce. Great book. It goes over like demons through history. It goes over like different like cultures and religions, and just, you know, how like the concept of demons has evolved over the course of human history, and different examples of demons. And it's really interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in this stuff. Like, I don't think the occult is quote-unquote real, but I'm very interested in it, so it's a really good read. It's a good read to see how we as humans conceptualized these things along the way. But yeah, really good book. This is the only book I've got right now, just because some of my other favorite books are either buried somewhere I couldn't find, or the other book I would have chosen, which is How to Die by Seneca. I let a friend of mine borrow it, and she still has it. But if I had that, you can just imagine How to Die by Seneca. That would be up there. That's a great book. It sounds morbid. It's really not. It's actually about how to get over the fear of dying, I guess. So Seneca was a Greek philosopher, and he's writing letters to someone's mom that has recently passed. Not the mom, the mom's child. And is kind of consoling her about death. And he talks about how death is something that you shouldn't really fear, because if you really think about it, not being born yet and death are the same thing. So really, we've all done it before, which makes it a little more comforting when you realize that it's nothing new, which I think is a cool concept. But next we'll move on to records. Linkin Park Hybrid Theory on vinyl. I fucking love this album. Actually, fun fact, I'm a huge music nerd. I actually make music myself, even if I don't talk about it as much on this channel. But when I was younger, the first CD I ever owned was Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. I'm pretty sure my parents gave it to me, but I don't have it anymore. But you best believe, whenever I saw this, which I don't even remember where I got it from, I'm not gonna lie. I go to a bunch of record stores. I have local record stores. There's For Your Entertainment's in a mall near me. There's like Walmart has records, Target has records. I don't remember where I got this from, but I love it. I spin it all the time. It's a great fucking record. We must go to one of my other favorite artists, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. I love this album. This album came out in 2012, so I would have been 12. This album is kind of what made me fall in love with concept albums. This, if you see, it actually says a short film by Kendrick Lamar, which is very accurate because it really does play like a movie. I mean, the way the tracks like blend together with the skits, it really feels like you're watching a movie. It is an amazing experience. I actually saw Kendrick Lamar live during the Damn tour, but I don't have the Damn record. I would like it though. But yeah, great album. Literally the concept album. Amazing stuff. The record I probably spin the most actually is Swimming by Mac Miller, but I don't have the case anymore. I don't honestly know what happened to it, but I've just got the sleeves with the vinyls in them sitting on my counter, because out of all of my vinyls, I kind of go in phases of listening to different ones, but like 9 times out of 10, you come to my house and look in the record player, Swimming by Mac Miller's in there. Let's move on now to the DVDs. And the DVDs, we got one of my more recent pickups. We got Longlegs. This is a great horror movie. It's very recent. I don't want my recency bias to show too much. I've seen it twice now, and it's really good. I'm not going to say it's my favorite horror movie of all time or anything. I genuinely think in years to come we will look back and say this is one of the greatest films from around the era it came out. You should watch it if you like horror movies. But now, what is my favorite horror film of all time, probably my favorite film period, is Smile 2. I fucking love this movie, okay? This movie was practically tailor-made for me. It is a horror movie that covers the concept of suicide and mental illness and going crazy while feeling like you can't reach out for help through the lens of a musician. Music is baked into this movie. The main character is a famous artist. She goes on tour. Like, that's a huge, like, major plot of the movie. And holy shit, the music actually slaps. Like, you can listen to her EP on Apple Music and Spotify, and it's just genuinely good, completely regardless of the context of the movie. But yeah, my wife actually got this for me for Valentine's Day this year, and I appreciate it greatly. It is It is one of my few Blu-rays. I mostly get DVDs, but this is Ultra HD Blu-ray. It's the bougie stuff. And it's got deleted scenes, extended scenes. It's got like the director's commentary, like, and with something that I love as much as this, you best believe I love all that shit. If you want to know where my love for horror probably started, we got Courage the Cowardly Dog, the complete series. Great fucking show. Basically horror for kids. I mean, that's practically what it is. There's nothing I can say about this that hasn't already been said. It's fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog. This is literally one of the greatest shows of all time. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I still don't have Sonic 3, which sucks, I know. Shadow's my favorite Sonic character. Of course I need Sonic 3, but I do have Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and the Knuckles show. Absolutely great movies. They're very geared towards kids, but, like, they're also geared towards Sonic fans, so I will have to say that, like, as much as I love these, the third movie is easily my favorite. But also, the Knuckles show is, I'm not gonna lie, it's better than both of these movies. The Knuckles show is it's just got kind of a different vibe, and it's way more, I don't know what word to use, but it's really good. It's really good. If you like these in any capacity, you should definitely check out the Knuckles TV show. Last but not least, one of the other greatest TV shows I have is Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. This show is amazing. Really good. And then for board games, I didn't even know how to choose board games, so I didn't bring any over here because also we've got a lot of them, and I'm running out of space on my desk, but shout out Tiny Epic Dungeons, that's a pretty great honorable mention. Also, Flip 7 and Mantis. So I love nerdy board games like Tiny Epic Dungeons and Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, and there's D&D stuff sitting over here, and I love that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to like what I'm always playing, Mantis and Flip 7, everybody loves those games. They are simple. They have a fun gameplay loop that's easy to understand. Genuinely, if I'm playing with like my wife's family, my family, our friend groups, literally everyone likes Mantis and Flip 7. You don't even have to be like a board game nerd. If you like card games, period, Mantis and Flip 7 are things you can get into, and they're really fucking fun. So would highly recommend you play that with someone, both of which are fun with more people, but you can play them both with two. So, but I think that's it for this video. Shout out Physical Media. I just love that I don't have to have a Netflix subscription to watch this show, and if Netflix goes out of business, which they probably won't, but if they did, no one's taking this from me. If the internet goes down, no one's taking this from me. I can pop this into my fucking PS3 and we're good. Like, I highly recommend Physical Media, because also there's something so nice about like, this pile. When I look back at like my bills for a subscription service, and I realize there's nothing to show for, it's it feels almost like a waste. But when I look at this, I'm like, I literally see what my money went to. Like, it's all this stuff, and it's a much more satisfying feeling, I guess. So, yeah, don't let people take stuff from you that you paid for. Shout out Physical Media, and let me know some of the coolest physical media you own in the comments, or if you don't have any physical media, let me know something that you like enough that you'd want it physically. If you made this far in the video, thank you for watching, and okay, bye.